Hello there, my name's Jonathan Porterfield of Eco Cars, and another video clip of another great electric car. It's the Peugeot I-On, and it's just come in stock. It's here with me on Orkney. It's registered 16th of November 2012, so it's just had its first MOT, and it really is in great condition. So let me show you some of the great features of these. So the rear seats drop in a, well, I'll actually show you, the drop is split. It turns into a really big boot. Quite lanky. Move this seat forward just a tad. Turns into a massive boot area, which I think is a real bonus on these little electric cars compared to the Nissan Leaf, which we sell a lot of. I'll do this with one hand. There we go. So, with the back seats down, look at that. Absolutely huge. Really is a great big space. So, great feature on the Peugeot I-On. With all the electric cars, I include the Type 2 cable, which you need to charge up at street chargers, and of course comes the level 1 charger, a 3-pin plug that will charge this great little electric car. So we have high level brake light, rear wash wipe. You've just seen the seats pop up and lock on both sides, and we have Isofix in the rear and 2 rear inertia seat belts, along with 2 rear headrests. These just pop back, pull of the lever. Very clean. There's some proper overmats in all 4 footwells. Door cards are very clean. Looking at the front passenger side, there's a little mark on this overmat. No rips or tears to any of the upholstery. Door card is fine as well. These are great. You can hear me over the wind. Great little electric cars. Driver's door card, I've just given it a wipe down. It's very clean. 4 electric windows, remote central locking, an adjustable driver's seat as well. Driver's mat in the front. And the other great thing with these cars is that with the remote central locking, when you lock the door, all the doors lock and the wind mirrors fold in as well, which is really, really useful. Let's get inside. So to start a Peugeot I-On, which is the same car as a Mitsubishi i-MiEV and a Citroen C0, we pop the key in the ignition, we put our foot on the brake, we turn and hold till you hear 2 beeps and then release. And then we have the car is now running. Actual mileage is showing is 11,545 miles. But that will increase because myself and my wife will be using this till this car is sold. Trip A, Trip B, intensity lights at the dashboard, distance till next service, and then range that's left under the present temperature, previous driving style. So bear in mind it's just over freezing today, so the worst it'll ever be 60 miles on a full charge, but in the summer can be as high as 90. But you're seeing it in its the least available range because of the outside air temperature. Single shot CD player, Bluetooth radio to Bluetooth to your phone, all the normal heating controls you'd expect on a modern car, including air conditioning as well. And you've also got a connection here for your iPod with a USB connection for the auxiliary input, and also a little charge point down here for a sat nav. Lots of cubby holes and storage, full automatic of course. Really is simplicity itself. I'll just show you. On the left here we have basically sort of fuel gauge type affair with the letter P, which means we're in park. So with my foot on the brake, pull the lever across and put it into R for reverse. R comes up on the dashboard, and of course all the way down to D for drive. And then D appears on the dashboard. You just drive it like a normal automatic. Conventional handbrake, pair of sun visors with a vanity mirror, yeah, and on the driver's side as well. So everything you expect from a normal modern car. I've got airbags in the B pillar, front passenger airbag and a driver's airbag as well. Now all the manuals are here that came with the car when it was new, so all the operating manual for the Peugeot I-On is here, and I'll just show you all the documentation. A V5. So it was an ex-lease vehicle from Arval Leasing, so no previous keepers. Date of registration there, 16th of November 2012, so it's just 3 years old. Taxation class electric, and type of fuel electricity, which basically means there is no road tax, and congestion charge exempt should it be in London. So basically there is the remaining 2 years on the battery and the motor warranty, and our 3-month 3,000 mile warranty from us here at Eco Cars. The service book is here, but there are no stamps. But again, if you've done some research on electric vehicles, that really is nothing to be concerned about. And it will be checked over by CS Conrad, CS Omand in Stromness before it's sold, just to make sure everything is correct underneath. He's just had his MOT as well from Conrad, no advisories, so it's MOT'd until the 9th of December 2016. And as you've just seen, the spare key, which is always a non-remote, is here, and also the key tag with the serial number on. So everything is correct. Oh, let's not forget, you also get a very natty cup holder. So yeah, great little cars. I love these. I'm 6'4" and I fit in these really, really easily. So before I walk you around the car, I'll just take you for a short test drive. So welcome to the test drive. I'll put my foot on the brake, turn the key and hold till it does 2 bonks. I've got the fan on just to clear the windscreen. Foot on the brake, down to D for drive, release the handbrake, squeeze the throttle, and away we go. Really is that simple, being a full, I say automatic, there is no gearbox, it's just a direct drive from the motor to the drive shafts. It drives like all the other electric Mitsubishi i-MiEV, Peugeot I-On, Citroen C0, all one of the same cars I've said, drives exactly the same. Doesn't pull to the left or the right, drives nice and straight, and in the middle of the dash we have a red needle. And basically when you're in the green eco zone, it means you're driving at the optimum efficiency with your throttle inputs. And then when you come off the accelerator, it goes into the blue zone, which says charge. Basically means the electric motor becomes a dynamo, and it's using all that energy from the car's motion, turns it back into electricity and pushes that back into the battery. So you can be at the top of a hill with say 30 miles range left, drive to the bottom of the hill for 2 miles, you won't have 2 miles less, you'll probably have 5-6 miles more because you've regenerated when you've been going down a hill. So it's a very efficient way of using the mass, the gravity, instead of sitting on the disc brakes. So it requires a different driving style, but once you get into that zone of driving an electric car properly, then it really is quite enjoyable. Seeing how many miles you can recoup by regenerating electricity through your motor. So we have automatic headlights, 3-speed wipers, intermittent rear wash wipe, CD players I've mentioned, electric windows, remote central locking. Really is great. So I'm just going to turn around now. So I've not yet touched the brakes. Just going to touch the brakes now. Now I'm off the brake. Just to turn it round and check my mirror, and off we go again. So that is how we drive electric cars. You anticipate junctions and come off the throttle. Allow the car to naturally slow, and you will actually gain miles on your indicator on the dashboard. Costs? Well, if you were to plug this in on a cheap overnight tariff, it costs you about £1.80 to fill it with electricity from virtually flat. Of course, most of the time you won't get home totally flat. You might get home with 10 miles, 15 miles left. in which case the cost is about £1.50. The main advantage here on Orkney is that so many people create and make their own electricity from their wind turbines or their solar panels, in which case you plug this in when the wind's blowing, which as you know is most days on Orkney. Then the electricity you're making from your wind turbine will fill the car, so you have got your own fuel pump in your back garden. So this is why electric cars make so much sense here on Orkney. No road tax. Servicing is done by Conrad in Stromness, and parts to service, well, a pollen filter under the dashboard, which is over here to the left. You don't have to have that, but that makes the car smell nice. Other than that, brake fluid change every 2 years, which you're supposed to do on every car. Check the tyres, check the brakes, which if you're driving it properly you won't need new brake pads, and that's it. So servicing for a yearly check over, it's about £50 to £60, because it's just the garage's 1 hour labour to just give it a good check over. So yeah, very cheap servicing costs. Never has an oil change, no fluids. What's not to like about electric vehicles? If you want to drive a long distance, this does have 2 connections on the car, what we call a CHAdeMO connection, which charges this in around 18 minutes from a rapid charger, and also the standard charger as well. And here on Orkney you can still get a part funded home charge unit, which I can explain to you. So that concludes the test drive. So thanks for watching, and I'll just take you now for a final walk around this little Peugeot I-On. So welcome back from the test drive. Now, as you can appreciate, it has been raining. I've just taken the advantage of a break in the showers, but I'll walk you around the car. There's a tiny mark on the front bumper there that will easily touch in, just a tiny chip. Front tyres look practically brand new. I'd say there's a good 6-7mm on the front tyre. The front alloy is showing a little bit of scuffing, but I'm being really picky. The discs are fine, wing mirrors are fine, the windscreen is chip free. Down the sides of the car is absolutely fine, there's no nicks or dents. Rear tyre, I'd say there's a good 5mm on that, and again the tyre alloy is scuff free. The rear corners are fine, the roof is fine, and this alloy wheel has got a tiny mark there. The rest is perfect, and again the tyre is a good 5 to 6mm. And down the sides are fine. The only fault I can find is a tiny little mark there that somebody has actually touched in. So that's my only criticism. Not that it's much of a criticism, but you'd barely notice it. Wing mirror's fine. Front near side wheel, again same as the other one, lots of tread on there. And showing a tiny bit of grazing to the front alloy. Again, the discs are fine, the corner's fine. So really is a great little electric car here on Orkney, ready to go. So thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, feel free to give me, Jonathan, a ring anytime.